I thought St. Mike's played great tonight. They played really well. They shot great. They didn't miss. I don't think our defense was able to affect them at all, which is really one of the few times this year, all the games we've played where we haven't been able to affect the team defensively. So all credit to them. They shot great. They played great, and they deserve to advance. It showed why they're number one seed. I couldn't be prouder of the group I have, though, and this team. We set a school record for wins, 25 wins. We said in the locker room we may have lost, but we're not losers, right? We had one bad game, just didn't come at the right time. But very proud, and a lot of tears in that locker room right now. A lot of guys who have played together. We've been together now for a while, and they set out. They really wanted the goal to make the NCAA tournament, and for them to make it, to see them fulfill that goal was great, and to get a win last night was outstanding. I did a terrible job coaching today, getting them ready for this. I think the way they play is unique, with the zone and a lot of switching, and they did a very good job. We didn't. It's tough, not a full day of practice to get ready for it, and I didn't do a good job of getting us ready. But credit to these two, our two graduating seniors, or have graduated. I guess you both graduated already, so I don't know this COVID thing. But we, they both Joey and Nick have improved and been just a joy to coach.
All right, we'll open up the question.
Coach, you're down 20, cut it to 11, changed your defense up,
Yep.
Forced some turnovers. All of a sudden, it's down to 11. What happened after that? Did you run out of gas a little bit? Or?
No, I thought they made two good plays at the end of the half. We had a turnover and made it, and it went from 11 to 15 at the half or 16 at the half, and it was just like that was one of those nights, Chris. I think it was really one of those nights. It was just it didn't work for us, right? I thought we got to 11. We talked at the timeout. Hey, get it around 10 at halftime. The pressure is going to be on them. And the pressure was going to be on them. We could never get to that point where the pressure was on them. And the second half came out, and they shot it better from three. And it's tough to come back when they're making all those threes.
Obviously, Daemen hasn't played St. Michael this season. And
Thankfully.
You only had a very short amount of time to prepare for playing somebody that you weren't really familiar with the gameplay. Can you talk about that preparation?
Yeah, it's quick. It's very quick. It's quick as for coaches, and it's quick. We had an advanced, one of the coaches was doing an advanced scout on it, and then we had to kind of rally around and get our guys to know. But you're 100% right. You look at some of their scores. They beat Bentley early in the year, and they played Bentley the second time. They lost by double figures. I think some of the teams they've lost to was the second time around. And I think the more you play against their zone, their matchup defense, it's a little bit easier to play against. Same thing happened with Southern New Hampshire, right? They beat them the first time, lost to them the next two times. So I think, if I got that right?
I think you're right.
I think I'm right.
You're right on Southern New Hampshire.
Okay, good. So, but I think, there is a familiarity to playing against them that makes it a little bit, I don't want to say easier, but a little less strenuous maybe. How about that?
Well, about Nick and Joey, obviously, maybe not the way you wanted to end your last game. But can you talk about the experience of getting here and being with your team and enjoying this with them?
Yeah, this was a goal of mine. I wanted to play in the NCAA tournament, and glad I got to achieve it. Great group of teammates, great group of coaches. Been a great career, 5-year journey. I've been through it all, and I'm just happy to still be able to be here, be able to be a key contributor on this team. Not just making it here, but winning the game here. We woke up this morning. We were one of 32 teams left in Division II, and that's something that nobody's gonna be able to take away from us. Not many people get to say they go to the NCAA tournament in their basketball career, and not many people get to say they've won a game in the NCAA tournament in their career. So I'm real proud of that.
Yeah, just like Nick said, the main goal with me was I just wanted to get to the NCAA tournament too. I'm happy we got to win, and for me it was kind of like a full circle moment because in the conference semifinals, I was playing against my high school teammates, and then yesterday I played against my old school, my old college I transferred from, so I was happy we got to at least win one game, but it sucks we had to lose today, but at least we made it here. That was the main goal, to make it to the tournament.
I will say, I don't know how much you know the history, but the last 2 years we were the last team out in the East Region, both years. And both years I believed we should have been there. We would have represented a lot better than some of the teams they took, and for whatever reason we weren't selected. I blame the committee. But then, you know what? So for these guys to go through that, and they just talked about how we were 17-7, and we weren't playing great in February, and it was right after the Super Bowl weekend, and they had a team meeting, and we came out from that. We beat Stack, and we kind of got rolling again, and a lot of it was generated by them. The leadership of this group has been very, very good, and they are a very special group.
Could any of you talk about being part of the school record 25-win season and what that means? You know, something that you're always going to be associated with.
Yeah, well, I've pretty much since my dad's been here, right? So 9, 10 years, 2014 is when he got here. 14, 15 was his first year. I got to see all those teams up close, and you know, I was 14 years old. I was a freshman in high school when he got the job, and the guys on those teams were kind of like big brothers to me. And you know, it kind of morphed from that to almost them being mentors to me. A lot of great memories of, you know, being a young high school kid, just wanting to get in the gym with them, wanting to spend time with them, and getting to, you know, I looked forward to their games more so than anything else. You know, I mean, a lot of people have college teams or NBA teams, like their favorite teams they grew up. Like I had my dad's team, I had Daemen. So, you know, it was when I found out that we got that school record for NCAA wins in the season, it was a cool moment for me, because it shows me that, you know, I helped carry the torch well from those guys who came before me. A lot of them still reach out to me via social media, text, stuff like that, and they just offer great words of encouragement. They love watching our games. They love supporting us. They've been great big brothers to me. So I'm happy that I was able to carry the legacy on that they left, and I'm really excited to see we got a lot of guys on this team who are younger and got multiple years of eligibility left. So I'm excited to see where they take it, and hopefully eventually set a new record and come to this tournament and come further and further, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad I get to be a part of that too. 25 wins is really good. Can't take that from us. But it sets the bar high for next year. We have a lot of young players on our team who are really good. Have a lot of leaders coming back, so they can just hold that to a higher standard next year. Like, the goal is to be 25 wins and go to the Elite Eight, you know? So it's good to be a part of it, but it's also a good bar to set for next year.
And I'll just follow that up with, you're here at the NCAA tournament. Last time you went to the NCAA tournament, you had a different type of team. You had a big man in the middle, was all world, you know, conference's all-time leading scorer, school's all-time leading scorer. And this year you did it with balance. You had 6 players in double figures. If you could just talk a little bit about the difference between the two teams and what it's been like for you as a coach to coach a different type of team.
It's been, obviously it was a challenge. We were played one way for a number of years. Andrew Sisko was in school for 9 years, I think, and we 10-5. But we obviously everything went through him, and you know, we started out last year. Joey had a very good start of the year, and we were doing some of the same things, and we realized it really wasn't playing to his strengths. And I give Joey so much credit, because look at the number of assists he had this year. I don't know what he's ended up with. He was in the high 70s. Very difficult for a guy playing a position. He has to go guard big guys. He's not a big guy. I mean, he used to fight me all the time. I'm not a center, right? And I'm like, I know you're not really a center, but he was a point center. And he was, when we were good, he was a playmaker for us. And I think for him, his development, being able to pass and play, we were able to play through him. We couldn't do that with Andrew. You know, Andrew would throw it in, he'd shoot it, miss it, rebound it, shoot it, miss it, rebound it, then score, and he'd lead the country in scoring and rebounding. You know, Joey was more, we'd get it to him, and then we would play off of him. And so we kind of had to figure all that out. And so it's been fun. I mean, we won a lot of games last year. We won 25 this year. It's a real true testament to Joey and to these other guys accepting roles and playing a different style.
Into the coaching staff.
Yeah. The assistant coaches, that's for sure.
All right, I think we are all set.
All right, thank you.